Coming up in court today on Eye for an Eye.
They've stole from us before. So I just believe that one or the other.
When people give the expression over my dead body, they don't mean this.
In the court system, justice is not always just. That's why they bring their disputes here. Real people, real problems, real revenge. Justice is Eye for an Eye.
I'm Kato Kalin, and today on Eye for an Eye, we have a dispute over which daughter picked the pocket of their deceased father. We're not kidding. The plaintiff is sure that her daughter did the deed. She's just not sure which one. The defendants just want to know if it's a knockoff.
They stole that man's watch, my husband, their father. Today we're gonna find out the truth about this thing.
She lies, she cheats. I'm the only honest one in this family. We didn't steal the watch, we don't know.
This is the case of the postmortem pickpocket who picked pickled peppers who picked papaya. You tried, okay? It's hard, I can't, okay. How do you solve a crime scene that's 6 feet under? Only Extreme Akim will know. Let's watch. All rise!
I got your complaint. You're Maddie Grace, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and you're bringing a case against your two daughters, Carolyn Grace. Which one's Carolyn Grace?
That's me.
Okay, and Paige, you're Paige Ann Grace, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, why are you bringing this case against your two daughters?
Well, because the watch that my husband loved so well that I buried with him.
Okay, when did he die?
He died just a few months ago.
Okay, and tell me what happened.
Well, during the wake service, the watch was in my husband's pocket. I gave it to the funeral director to make sure that it was there.
And then what happened?
Well, after I went to check him again, after my daughters had been through there and everyone had seen him, I made sure that everything was still correct on him.
Right.
Because I wanted him to look good, and the watch wasn't there.
So,
Funeral home's fault.
so who are you saying took the watch? You're saying one of your two daughters took the watch?
Yes, sir, either Kyra or Paige, one or the other.
And why do you think one of these two took your watch?
Well,
She's
because
crazy.
they
Or took your husband's watch? Sorry.
Because they
crazy.
stole from us before. They stole cigarettes from my husband's coat and money from it. They've stole from us before. So I just believe that one or the other.
Did you personally put it in
No,
the
I
pocket?
did not.
Okay,
I
who
gave it
did?
to
Thank
the
you.
funeral director.
Thank
Okay, you gave it. Did you watch him put it in the pocket?
Well, no.
Okay.
So you don't know if it was ever in there?
Well, I trusted him to do it.
Okay.
They're liable,
Do you have
not
any
us.
evidence that it was in the pocket?
Here, not
Well, yes, because I checked the body first,
Okay.
and everything was in order.
Okay, so you saw the watch in the pocket.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and then who saw the body after you did?
Either one of my daughters went first.
Okay.
I believe Paige went first.
And did anybody go between the time these two went and the time you checked your husband?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, and the watch was missing?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any pictures?
Yes, sir, I do have.
Okay, let me see those. Big Sugar Ray, can you get me those pictures? What do you two girls got to say about yourself?
My name is Kara Lynn Grace, and I worshiped the ground that my father walked on. I would never steal my dad's watch, dead or alive. And she's delusional, she's on drugs, we all know it.
Medication, she's over-medicated. She medicates herself.
But she says that y'all two were the only ones in there that could have took the watch. I mean, she's brought you to court saying that one of you two
How many other
took the
people?
watch.
She doesn't even know how many other people were in the room.
We don't even know if it stayed in the pocket after she got to view it.
Okay,
I
who was
mean,
with you when you went in?
She went by herself, and then I went after her.
Okay, you went first, and then you went.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and who is this in the courtroom with you?
This is Mr. Grims. This is the funeral director.
Okay,
Your
come on
Honor.
in. Let me talk to you.
The lion, Mr. Grims, that's his name.
DWI.
Lion, Mr. Grims. Bring him on.
Mr. Grims, we're here. Somebody obviously in your funeral parlor took this man's watch. This is a sentimental heirloom. This lady's completely upset, and you can't blame her. I mean, when people give the expression over my dead body, they don't mean this, that somebody's going to come in and steal their goods. So tell me what happened.
First of all, I began to check the body. and make sure everything was right and intact with the body. And also, Miss Grimm's, Miss
Y'all got something going on?
Miss Maddie, she gave me the watch to put inside of the vest pocket of her husband, her late husband. And all of a sudden, when I put it in there, I began to do some other things. Then I went back to check to make sure everything was right. That was my duty.
Okay, well, let me just ask you some quick. Okay, you put the pocket watch in, right?
I put the pocket watch in.
Okay, she went in, and then the other one went in. Did anybody else go into the body?
No one else went in.
Likely
Then all of a
story.
sudden, Miss Maddie went in. And when she went in, she came out, then she immediately came to me and told me that the watch was missing.
Okay, I've read your answer. Now, you're alleging that he's been investigated for fraud, his funeral home?
Yes,
Tell me
fraud.
about that.
Coming up next.
There's only 3 people that have been near that watch. You, and you.
Right.
If it's not one of you two, what evidence do you have that it could be someone else?
I think Mom took it.
She
That's
needs
true.
money.
There is the
She
4th
needs
person. I
money.
didn't think about
All she
that.
has to do is take it and get it pawned and get some money for some drugs.
You're watching Eye for an Eye.
Then I went back to check to make sure everything was right. That was my duty.
Right. Did anybody else go into the body?
No one else went in.
Likely
Then all of a
story.
sudden, Miss Maddie went in.
Now, you're alleging that he's been investigated for fraud, his funeral home?
Yes,
Tell me
fraud.
about that.
Mr. Grimm's, that's the only thing that's honest about this man. He charged Mom premiums on everything, even the watch, probably.
Okay, sir, is it true that you've been investigated for fraud, your funeral home?
That has nothing to do with what I'm telling you, sir. I'm just telling you I did my job, and my job was to be the funeral director. And these girls, I just overheard that conversation.
Well, there's only 3 people that have been near that watch. You,
Right.
and you.
Right.
That's right.
But you're not one of the parties here, so sit over there. I'm going to figure out who took that watch. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, if it's not one of you two, what evidence do you have that it could be someone else?
I think Mom took it. She was probably high.
She
That's
needs
true.
money.
There is the
She
4th
needs
person. I
money.
didn't think about
All she
that.
has to do is take it and get it pawned and get some money for some drugs.
What evidence you got she's on drugs?
Huh?
What evidence you got that she's on
Well,
drugs?
I've smelled smoke coming from her room. I don't know if it was marijuana smoke or crack smoke. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't cigarette smoke.
Paige, you watch your
And
mouth.
Mama, you're
You
on the
and Carolyn, you stop it right
under
now.
oath right now. You're on the oath too.
Well, we raised y'all better
That's
than
the only
that.
evidence you got? What kind of relationship they have with you?
Well, from what I could see, Kyra, she thought she was his favorite.
I am his favorite. Look at me.
See, she thought she was his favorite. That's
the only
because
one that
she
look
just
like
knew
my
how
daddy.
to put her fingers in his eyes. See, and Paige, just because she was the oldest, I mean, you know, she feel like she was the number one thing. So as far as I could see, Judge, they had a pretty good relationship. It was decent.
Okay, that's good.
But it don't mean they wouldn't steal, they wouldn't lie, they wouldn't cheat. Because they liars. That's what they do good. And if you lie, you'll steal and you will cheat.
Yes.
So what do you do when you do drugs? You hallucinate.
Okay.
Hallucinate, you steal, you cheat, you lie.
No, they
There are
put me
12
on them
easy steps
drugs.
that can
No,
save you.
I'm on
12
them
easy
drugs.
steps programs.
I'm
12
on the
program
drugs.
steps.
You're
Come
on
on.
prescription
What is it?
drugs,
I'm on
right?
prescription
okay.
drugs.
Okay.
Yes.
Prescription
Now,
drugs don't make you shake like this, Judge.
She said she's on Xanax. That's what
I
she
do,
said.
and I need a
She
pill
said you
now.
caused her to
Where's
be
my
on
pill?
Xanax.
I need a pill right now. I need a Xanax. Can I take one?
No, I want to figure out who took the watch first.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But one of them girls did it.
And I
What?
believe you.
Let me ask you one thing. Why didn't you get either one of them arrested? Because you didn't know which one did it? You
Well,
can't-
I was just under some pressure.
She don't remember.
I was up under so much pressure.
Always a drama queen.
All right.
This drama queen, drama
sorry.
queen mama.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
But when he passed away, I mean, it was just so sudden. I just didn't think clearly.
You can
I
think clearly
didn't
why.
think clearly.
Tell them why
Stop
you
it.
can
Didn't I
think
tell you
clearly.
don't sass me?
I sass you all the time.
It's just awful. It's awful, but I just couldn't think straight. I couldn't think straight. And
Yeah.
they want to put me
Think
away.
straight.
It's called
May have no
tolerance.
disrespect to your husband, but I bet he's glad he's getting some rest from this. I mean, poor man. But anyway, you came to my court for me to figure out who took this watch.
Yes.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to go back and look at everything, think about it. I'll come back with my decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys were like cracking up the entire time.
I know.
I kept watching you. You never stopped laughing.
I mean, it was just so ironic. I want to know how much that watch was worth, the price of it. I mean,
Well, it was priceless.
Okay, you got something. Come on, stand up here. What do you want to say?
And why you were trying to hide that you were a member of the family?
Why was I trying to hide it?
Yeah, you didn't come out at first and try to say, hey, you know, I'm a member of the family.
I don't remember hiding it.
Well, you never came out and said it.
I think the daughters, they don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
That's what
She said,
Okay.
They just didn't want to.
Would you
don't
look at how
remember your
he's
own
dressed.
cousin's name?
Look at us and look at him.
Come on.
And how old are these?
Let me get over there to you. Let me get over there to you. Here you go. Take this. What's your question?
Basically, it's a simple question. My watch just stopped working. Would any of y'all happen to have the time on you?
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
You never.
One of them should be to help you out with that watch in a minute.
Get up here. You're talking the whole time. What do you?
Time in the world. He's sitting in the
What do
audience.
you got to say here?
I just want to get this right. You were sisters, your mother, your cousin,
Right.
and a watch was stolen off your dead father's body.
Right.
Do you have any extra pills? Because I need some, and I think she does too.
I would not get my pills.
Where is
And all you need, you need
Get your
to.
purse right now.
Those are my pills.
You need to take some pills.
Oh,
Excuse me. You need to take some pills. You need to take some pills for something
not
else.
for today.
What's your relationship right now with your mother?
It's horrible.
You can erase me off speed dial.
Yeah. And don't call me either to go pick up your pills, your drugs, your drug dealers, whatever.
So the last time you did see each other was at the funeral? You didn't stop by for Christmas or anything? The last time was for just the funeral?
I saw a card.
They're liars.
I had a lot of business.
They said they were coming, but they're liars. And they did not show up. And she didn't even call the same day she wasn't coming. She called the next day. But she said she wanted money then.
Okay.
And the other one, too, the other one lies about the birthday cards and everything. They're liars.
I can attest to that.
Both of them are liars.
They all liars.
And if you lie, you will,
steal.
It can happen.
and you'll cheat.
Yes.
You'll do all of them.
But then again, the time is ticking. Time is ticking on Judge Extreme Akim, and he has a decision to make. Let's see what it's going to be.
Coming up next.
Take my bat and stand right behind him. Let's stand right behind him.
They know who did it.
You're watching Eye for an Eye.
Why didn't you get if either one of them arrested? Because you didn't know which one did it?
I couldn't think straight. And they want to put me away.
Ma'am, no disrespect to your husband, but I bet he's glad he's getting some rest from this. I mean, the poor man.
All rise!
All right, ma'am, you put in your complaint that the watch is worth $1,500. So I've got to decide which one of you four took the watch. First of all, I don't think you took it. I could tell from your emotion and the fact that it's sentimental, and I don't think you would go to all the trouble of bringing them to TV court for, on this watch if you took it. Then it comes to the funeral director. Well, you saw him put it in, and then it was gone, and he had left, and the only two people that went in there were the two defendants, your daughters.
Correct. Yes.
So I've got to decide which one of you two took the watch. First of all, I'm going to ask Sugar Ray to take my bat and stand right behind him. Just stand right behind him.
They know who did it. They know, Judge.
Okay, now I want to ask you, which one of you two took the watch?
I didn't take the
It's
watch.
plain to see that if anybody would take the watch, it would be her. I mean,
Did you take the watch?
No, I didn't take the watch. It would probably
Did you
be
take
her.
the watch?
no. Why would I?
Give me that bat
steal?
back, Sugar Ray, then. Give me that bat.
I have no reason to steal.
Okay, well, the watch is worth $1,500. What about you two agreeing to split it in half? Each of you pay $750.
Oh, no. I'm not splitting nothing with her.
Okay.
No.
All right, well, I don't have a choice. I'm going to find out who took that watch. My order is going to be that you two, since you're acting like children, are going to go to a schoolyard and you're going to fight it out till one of you admits you took the watch. And Kato and Sugar Ray are going to be there. I don't care how you fight it out. but they're going to report back to me till someone admits they took the watch. And you fight it out in a schoolyard like a bunch of kids. That's my joke.
Hey, it's me, Kato, and today we're taking those grave robbing girls and putting them behind bars. Monkey bars. Sticks and stones may break my bones and names will never hurt me. But there's another playground rule. When you're it, justice will always tag you. Ali Alianza free!
There's no way Paige is gonna win today. I'm the queen of schoolyard brawls. I don't think the judge's verdict was fair at all because I didn't steal the watch and it's obvious that Paige, my sister, did, and it's just not my fault. Paige, you're acting like a little schoolgirl. You just need to give the watch up. And today, you're gonna be found guilty.
I'm a hard worker. I work for what I want. I don't go around lying and stealing and deceiving people or even using my looks for what I want. And that's why I'm gonna win today. Kyra, we might be sisters and everything, but that doesn't matter today. I'm taking you to the mat and you're going down.
I have seen the eye of the tiger before, but Kyra, you are really waiting to throw eggs, aren't you? Oh, that's answered my question. Well, there's not only this in this playground fight. We have eggs, we've got water balloons, we've got a wet noodle, and my favorite, super soaker. And then you guys can go ahead and start fighting. So good luck. Any questions? Oh, gosh, I forgot. By the way, we have a group of professionals that are actually going to do the fighting for you. Oh, kids! Good luck, girls. Come on, let's move out of here. Stop! She gave up!
No, she
She gave up! Yes, she did! Hold on!
Yes, she did.
You gave up? Tell the truth!
Yeah,
I give up!
I give up.
She's out of breath. Hold on here. Give me your hand here. For sure you're out, you right?
I'm out.
Okay, so it took eggs, a super soaker, a wet noodle for you to tell the truth.
I guess so.
You got the watch.
Yes.
Where is it?
It's in a safe place.
You had it the whole time?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, I guess, it took this, but we're glad you told the truth. Kyra, you made her tell the truth, and of course, Maddie, you told the truth. Thanks for telling the truth, and of course, we're gonna come right back. Okay, so it took eggs, a super soaker, a wet noodle for you to tell the truth.
I guess so.
You got the watch.
Yes.
Where is it?
It's in a safe place.
You had it the whole time?
Unfortunately, yes.
Today, justice was egg in the face. Until next time, I'm Kato Kalin for Eye for an Eye.
I must have got hit with at least 30 eggs and paint, water balloons, probably about 50 of those, I don't know.
I guess what I learned through this whole experience is that watch was more important to my mom than I thought, and that was wrong for me to take it.
I just thought it was gonna be me and Paige fighting. I had no idea it was 65 kids waiting to beat me up with water balloons and guns and everything.
There are dozens of kids ambushing me. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to come out with the truth.
Paige, baby, I love you, but But you need to straighten up your act. You're gonna have to get it together, Paige, because all of these things going on in your life, you won't have any friends.
Mom, I do have the watch, and I will give it back to you. I'm sorry I took it in the first place. I love you, and I hope you can forgive me.